All right, so in this part, we're going to learn how to guide the students through the slides. If you haven't done ESL teaching before, you might find this really useful in understanding the breakdown of how to go from question to question without making it too easy too soon for the student. So essentially, if a student doesn't understand a word, have them guess. Have them guess what it means, either by acting it out or having them use critical thinking skills to figure out the etymology of what it happens to be. If they don't understand a definition, so let's say you gave the definition to the word before, explain it concisely with visuals. TPR, props, drawing, ideally a blend of all three. There have been very difficult words to describe in the past, such as lawyer and judge, but I've drawn pictures based off Judge Judy and whatnot, and I've drawn arrows like prosecutor, defender, lawyers. So I use a lot of drawing when I'm describing it, and then I tend to act it out as much as possible. So if you feel comfortable doing that, do that by all means. Other teachers sometimes have done quick searches on their phones, and they have been able to show pictures. Some students and parents don't like when you use your phone in class, but if you find yourself in a pinch and you can't describe what it happens to be and you don't have a picture on hand and your drawing skills are shameful, then by all means do a quick Google search and show them just briefly to help them understand. If they don't understand a question, try to make it simpler. Don't just repeat. Unless something happened as you were asking the question and like, I don't know, a bomb dropped, the dog started barking and they didn't hear you, don't just repeat, really. So begin with a WH question. What, who, why, where. Second, give them options. If they still understand options, give them a yes-no question. If they still understand the yes-no question, get them to read and repeat after you. So what that would look like in practice, I've used this slide as an example. So a WH question could be, what do people do in January in China? Say the student really doesn't know. They don't know how to answer. You give them options. Well, do you think they go skiing or diving? They still have no idea. So be like, all right, well, do you think that people in January in China go skiing? You're using that TPR. They still just don't get it. Then you say, all right, people in January in China go skiing. And you can type on the board that sentence for them to read and repeat after you. And that way, at least they're getting some language production. You don't want to skip from a WH question to the last one or skip any of the ones in between at all, because it's important for getting that language production to at least the level that they're at and gauging what level they're at so you know how to adjust and modify your future questions. So keep that in mind, write down a flow chart on a sticky tab and put it by your desk so that you know and you memorize it for the future, because this is going to be really critical in developing your students' language skills throughout your teaching experience here.